Joining us now, Heritage Foundation Senior Legal Fellow Hans von Spakovsky. Hans, it's great to see you. We've talked to FBI officials. Many of them are upset about what's going on in the D.C. headquarters. Others say the FBI officials can be objective and fair. I mean, Thibault's social media posts show blatant political bias. Articles like William Barr has gone rogue, retweeting from the anti-Trump group, the Lincoln Project, calling out Trump White House abuses in the General Michael Flynn case and more. Where do you come down on this?
Well, what amazes me is that someone who exhibited his political biases so openly continued to be the assistant special agent in charge of the Washington field office. Yeah, he's gone now, but what in the world does it say about the lack of supervision by FBI leadership that he was allowed to continue in this position for so long when he was in an office that made decisions about investigations that targeted potential leaders in the government in this country? I mean, the fact that he continued in that position for so long, particularly with all of the complaints coming in from whistleblowers about the double standards that he applied, not just in the Hunter Biden case, but apparently other cases. I mean, that raises serious questions about how the FBI is operating.
And to your point, let's listen to Senator Amy Klobuchar on the Bill Maher show Friday night saying this is wrong, what's going on. And also the FBI director, Christopher Wray, admitted in testimony that, yeah, it is wrong. Watch this.
Is it okay to have a conspiracy to get rid of Trump? Look, let's not pussyfoot around this. He was selling the influence of his father, Joe Biden. I mean, most political sons do. Well, let's not pretend that at least wasn't going on.
You have to make sure that you're treating people fairly.
Isn't it true that Mr. Thibault, Agent Thibault, excuse me, and FBI Supervisory Intelligence Analyst Brian Otan covered up derogatory information about Mr. Hunter Biden while working for the FBI?
I should say that when I read the letter that describes the kinds of things that you're talking about, I found it deeply troubling.
So he finds it deeply troubling. Your reaction?
Well, I don't understand how he could only know about it once he read the letters from Senator Grassley relating what the whistleblowers were saying. Like I said, this was no big secret. These were social media posts. Were they not monitoring what this agent is doing? Is the leadership so bad at supervising that they didn't know about it?
Hans, to your point, Senator Grassley says bias inside the FBI predates Trump, that it dates back even before Hillary Clinton. And he's saying that extensive information from whistleblowers, FBI whistleblowers, to Senator Grassley's office, also Senator Ron Johnson's office, they're asking the DOJ Inspector General to look into this, that basically they're relying on reporting information from Hillary Clinton's campaign and the DNC-funded Steele dossier, which Hillary paid for and her campaign paid for. Also, you know, information from left-wing nonprofits, that's what they're using to launch probes. That's what he's hearing from, they're hearing from whistleblowers. What do you say? Final word.
What that says is that the FBI is not acting properly. They should only be opening investigations when they have properly verified real evidence, not things coming in from organizations that have a bias and a prejudice and are trying to get someone targeted for a political investigation.
Yeah, and we should say there are thousands and thousands of good men and women working hard in the FBI to catch the bad guys. And, you know, it's not fair to them. Hans von Spakovsky, thanks for joining us. It's good to see you.